What is up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 37 of That's No Moon Pod. Happy Independence Day for us Americans. Happy 4th of July. Hope everyone had a fun, safe 4th. Kind of a chill, random episode today, I guess. That's what you want to call it. Don't really have no certain specific topic or game plan that I wanted to go over, but this is late night, 4th of July, several drinks later. Again, hope you all stayed safe, had fun, but you know, we're just going to kick it on this one. But I do, first of all, this picture got leaked on Reddit the other day. I don't know by who specifically, but it popped all over UFO Twitter and on Instagram, everywhere. And I'm not myself a person who uses Reddit. I downloaded the app. I have a Reddit account, but nothing. I never checked it. I don't have the app no more. I know what it is. I just prefer Twitter. I'd rather just stay on Twitter instead of stay on Twitter and then also find myself in this Reddit space, which sounds just as worse as Twitter, if you know what I mean. But anyways, this picture of a UFO, UAP, whatever you want to call it, looks like at least the size of a football field, black and kind of a pyramid shaped UFO just hovering above the ocean, and there's like clouds, like it's like a stormy kind of cloudy above the water, but it's massive, huge. And the photo that got leaked on Reddit by someone, of course, made its way all over the rest of social media. And I had other people send me it as well. And once I saw it, it instantly reminded me of, if you've ever seen that photo of the picture taken by, I want to say it was in somewhere in the UK, of literally the same type. I'll have the UFO I'm talking about right now in the thumbnail of this video, and I've enhanced the photo that got leaked on Reddit. I took the photo, put it in some photo enhancing app, and made it look more, just high quality overall. And I was already sold on it from the original photo that got leaked on Reddit, but once I put it in this enhancement generator app, uh, I'm even more, no doubt about it, about this UFO hovering above the ocean somewhere. Again, I don't know who leaked the photo, and I don't know where the photo is supposedly being taken from at, or its location, but I mean, just look at the thumbnail for yourself and tell me I didn't put no filter on the thumbnail. I didn't put no nothing. I just literally, from the leak photo I took from Reddit, took that photo, put it in the photo enhancement app, and then saved it, and then put "That's No Moon" over the photo, no filter. and you could see just like right in the center of it, just where the whole, control, lookout, whatever you want to call it, just where they could just look out and see where they're going, and just how just huge this UFO looks. It looks bigger than at least a football field, maybe even two. And again, it reminds me of the one that got leaked, or not leaked. Well, eventually, um, years ago, the famous UFO that got taken. It's the same looking UFO as this one and the thumbnail as the Reddit one, except it's more of a grayish, brownish type color. And the person who took this photo, it's like the same quality of image, except just a gray, brownish version. And there's a military jet following the UFO in the photo. And if you know, you know what I'm talking about. Um, that photo, I believe, is 100% authentic and real, and something crazy that we weren't supposed to see at that time. And that was taken, I believe, if not in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that photo of the UFO made its rounds because the person who took it supposedly um, gave it to some newspaper or something. And then once they give it to that newspaper, um, it never saw the light of day, um, except the guy finally got found by someone and still had the original photocopy of it, and came out years later. And that's when that photo came out and sort of leaked out by the person himself who took the photo. Um, but this one, the new Reddit black UFO above the ocean in this thumbnail, looks exactly like that one that got taken years back, that was getting followed by some military aircraft. Same size too, just a different color. This one just got, a different paint job. Or maybe it's changes colors depending on its environment. This one, like I said, it was kind of a, you could tell it might have either was going to rain in the photo, in the location wherever this was taken, in whatever ocean. Um, but the clouds to me look like they either it just rained or it was about to rain. And the UFO and the photo and the thumbnail, you know, could blend in easily with the darker shade tint before either descending or ascending. Either it just came out of that water, out of the ocean, or it was about to hop in there. But if you've listened to any of the other recent pods of mine, I talked about some crazy story after this whole David Grush whistleblower story came out, where um, these Marines in Indonesia stumbled upon um, a UFO being loaded up with a bunch of military like jeeps and weapons, and this UFO is being guarded by these mysterious like military personnel, uh, legit looking dudes. And these Marines, American soldiers, pull up on these guys who's guarding this huge UFO being loaded up with artillery. And these guys take these Marines' weapons and checks their badges and tells them to turn around, and they never saw any of this. But supposedly, from what these Marines claim, that everything that was being loaded into these, or just this one single UFO in Indonesia, it doesn't make any sense to where they're loading like enough to fill up a huge like aircraft carrier, but they're filling it into this, again, a huge UFO in itself, but the amount of artillery and just overall weaponry that they're hauling into this UFO secretly guarded in Indonesia doesn't make any sense to how all of it could fit in this UFO, let alone, just take off like it did, as these Marines claim, just above the trees, not even making the trees move or whisper. That's what this photo, this leaked photo on Reddit reminds me of. And you could just see all the connections throughout time with this topic. We've all been trying to put all the puzzle pieces together for all these years, and I think we've all kind of put the puzzle together ourselves in our own minds, but we're just waiting for someone with some kind of importance to acknowledge our achievement, or just our hope that this certain topic can be taken seriously, because the whole David Grush whistleblower, as big of a story as it is, it's not like they're talking about it on MSNBC or Fox News or this and that, CNN. But it is what it is. Um, this photo, I don't know. I just need to find out more information on it, where it was taken, who exactly may it have been taken by, because, like I said, I was convinced of its authenticity before I enhanced it, but after I enhanced it, it didn't give me chills, but it just kind of freaked me out a little bit, just because it was just, the image obviously became more clear, and when you're looking at it on your phone, it's one thing, right? But I'm trying to put myself there, and I'm trying to imagine what it would look like to be looking at this huge friggin' UFO hovering above the water, probably not making any kind of sound, and then either it just shoots down in the water or it just shoots off into the sky before I can even blink. And again, if someone was able to take this photo like this, just dead center in frame, they were waiting for it. They knew it was going to be there. They were waiting for the money shot, and they got it. And now it's on Reddit, and now it's on YouTube, and now it's on my thumbnail of my YouTube video. So if any more information ever comes out anytime soon, I'll keep y'all posted, because I'll be for sure on the lookout for this. Um, it's just crazy. Like, again, once I enhance the photo, I was just thinking of all the different just claims of the different people who've witnessed crazy UFO sightings, and not only sightings, but ones to where a craft like this size, maybe not necessarily the shape and this black pyramid style, but many different types of shapes, UFOs throughout time have been reported and witnessed by people across the world. And they've said themselves to where they could see occupants in the craft looking at them. And once I enhanced the photo, I was like trying to see, maybe not, obviously, there's not going to be someone waving in the photo, right? But trying to see something, anything. But again, I'll take what I got. But again, just putting all the puzzle pieces together from all the people throughout time who've said themselves that these things, these huge UFOs just hovering above, and they could see people or extraterrestrials, non human intelligent beings looking at them or stepping out of this vehicle. I've heard stories of where, and if you want to ever listen, have like a really cool deep dive into the history of UFO sightings and reportings, I highly recommend you listen to the phone call voicemails of Bob Gribble. He was a UFO investigator turn um, kind of a collect call UFO reporting agency. Um, but all of his voicemails and phone calls that he's had with people who would call in from the early 70s, um, just reporting the craziest UFO sightings you could possibly imagine from normal, regular, everyday Americans. Um, and there's hours and hours of audio footage on YouTube. If you just search Bob Gribble UFO um, voicemail calls, I'm sure you'll find some videos of, they're like hours and hour long videos, multiple ones from the 1970s of Bob Gribble and just all the crazy um, phone calls of eyewitness reports of people seeing all these UFOs in the 1970s, and they're just regular people. Um, and you know, it's one thing to hear someone go on a TV show or type something on social media, but when you hear people call in and tell Bob Gribble about what they just saw, and you could hear in their voice um, that they're not lying. Um, at least not all of them, I believe, are lying, and you could just hear it in their voice. And I'm not saying that all of them saw exactly what they're saying or what I would hope that they're saying they saw, but I believe that a lot of them are telling the truth, or at least they believe they're telling the truth. And it's just crazy to hear so many people throughout time seeing these things just hovering there quietly, all shapes, different sizes. Some of them being able to see occupants, looking at them, and then they just take off in the blink of an eye. So imagine what that would look like in person. Like if you would actually see it and you know you saw it, right? Like there's no way you wouldn't be able to not think about that every day for the rest of your life. At some point, it would cross your mind every day until it becomes a normal thing in society, which that may not ever happen in our lifetime, but hopefully it does. Hopefully, this is the beginning. I know Jeremy Corbell and um, George Knapp, new weaponized podcast they released earlier today. They're pretty much talking about, is this the end of the whole UFO secrecy? Um, Again, you got people like Marco Rubio, Senator, um, David Grush, um, just all these people that are pushing the subject forward within our government, and it's putting pressure on people in Congress to stop keeping us in secrecy and holding society back from progression of just humanity in general, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, everything, all the damage that's been done, all the lies that have been told throughout time, throughout history within this subject, it's a crime, and it's a crime against humanity. And it's not something that should be taken lightly. So I believe they're taking their time, they're taking their extra time with it. And again, I don't know if you want to believe if they're planning on not faking a UFO invasion, but somehow preparing us for a possible alien invasion, or some kind of non intelligent invasion, i.e., AI. But I wouldn't say I'm 100% sold on it, but I do believe that there will be some sort of a Phoenix Lights situation to where there'll be some kind of crazy mass sighting of a formation of lights somewhere in America, and a lot of people are going to see it, and it's going to freak a lot of people out. And it's going to kind of get people talking about what if, right? What if the unthinkable happens? War of the Worlds. But it'll just all be part of some sort of master plan to kind of ease us into accepting the fact that, hey, this is Paul. Paul's been here since the 19 whatever. He flew here in this craft. He actually crashed in it, but it wasn't his fault. but we're cool and we're cool with his friends too. So, to let y'all know, there's nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, um, I think it's for sure that there's been people who have seen these non-intelligent or whatever you want to call them beings. And I don't want to say they've shaken hands with these things, but I think there has been some sort of verbal or some kind of telepathic agreement, because there's no way that these beings or whatever could be just flying around wherever they want without someone's military sniffing them out. Because at the end of the day, this world is run by whoever's military you stumble upon, no matter what planet or dimension you're from. At the end of the day, when you come in this dimension and you're on this planet in this specific time and place within our galaxy and universe, it's just what it is. And you're trying to tell me and all the people on this planet that these things flying around in our Earth can't be detected by somebody's military, whether it's in the air or in the water. Know what I mean? Like I said, this was gonna be a random late night 4th of July pod, but that whole photo got me geeked up. And again, I'm hoping that we get some more information on it, because it's probably going to be my favorite photo of the year so far. Um, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think the photo's legit or not? If anyone else has any other information on it, put it in the comments, please. I'm begging you. But I think I'm gonna end it right there, y'all. Before I go though, thanks again for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta say, please go follow me on Snapchat, y'all. If y'all are into comic books or want to get into comic books, I already got over 20 of them on my Snapchat, on my public profile, at Admire My Moon Pie. I got full comic books, new releases on there. If you follow me on there, you can read them, screenshot them, whatever. But they're new releases, full pages on my Snapchat, at Admire My Moon Pie. All my links to my socials will be in the description. Follow me on IG, follow me on Twitch. I'll be live streaming probably tonight and tomorrow. Um, Still posting my variant covers on IG. But yeah, again, I hope y'all had a great Independence Day. Happy 4th, y'all. And I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's week. Hope y'all stay safe. And I'll catch y'all on the flip. Peace.